This is a CBS News Detroit update.
Good morning, I'm Lauren Winfrey. Here's a look at your top headlines on this Thursday morning. The Wayne County Prosecutor Office is giving an update today regarding the disappearance of Neziah Harris. She's the 13-year-old who was last seen back in January getting off a school bus on Detroit's east side. Investigators have searched numerous areas in the city and around Metro Detroit, including part of Pittsville Township and a pond in Clinton Township, with no success. Ford and the United Auto Workers Union are agreeing on a new labor contract for Dearborn tool and die employees at its River Rouge plant. The deal was made just hours before the union was set to go on strike there. The River Rouge plant helps create the Ford F-150. And hundreds of people are coming together in Dearborn, calling for action after more Israeli airstrikes targeted Lebanon. The Stand with Lebanon rally comes as attacks between Israel and Hezbollah escalate. Lebanese officials say in the past week, airstrikes have killed more than 600 people, as well as injured and displaced thousands more.
My grandma's still there, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins. I have a ton of family members. They can't leave, they can't flee. My grandma sat 16 hours on the road the other day trying to get out, but there's no safe zones.
Organizers say they hope to apply pressure to the U.S. government as they're asking for a ceasefire and Israeli arms embargo. The government is avoiding a shutdown. Republican and Democratic lawmakers approved a new funding bill less than a week before the deadline. The new legislation will fund the government until December 20th. It will also allocate $231 million in additional funding for the Secret Service. One measure not in the bill, the controversial SAVE Act. It focuses on stopping non-citizens from voting, which is already illegal. And the Tigers are inching closer to the postseason, beating the Tampa Bay Rays 7-1 last night at Comerica Park. Right now, the Tigers have a 2-game lead over the Minnesota Twins for a final spot in the AL wildcard race. They will play again tomorrow night versus the White Sox. Let's check in now with Troy Bridges. He's in this morning. Hey, good morning, Troy.
Good morning, Lauren. Today we're going to be warming up nicely, much like yesterday, and we're going to see a little bit more sunshine than yesterday. A nice mix of sun and clouds, a high of 77 degrees and dry. Rain chances out of the picture for today and for tomorrow. You can see next weather futurecast showing just a few of those high thin clouds through the afternoon today. We'll see that sun filtering right through. Then we watch what will be left of Helene. Right now, it is a Category 1 hurricane, likely strengthening to a Category 4, making landfall in Florida in the Big Bend area. But by the weekend, we'll see it spinning right on top of areas like Cincinnati, and some of those outer bands could bring us some rain this weekend. We're still calling for about a 30% coverage for Saturday and for Sunday. But again, today looking good and sunny. We're gonna have lots of warm temperatures to enjoy above our average. The average is 71 degrees, 74 in Pontiac today, 76 will be the high in Lapeer, going to 75 in Adrian, and warming to 74 in Mount Clemens. The next 7 days will show dry conditions, but a few additional clouds rolling in again on Friday, with rain chances again 30% for Saturday and for Sunday. Notice those mid-70s sticking around for tomorrow and on through the weekend. But next week, we're going to actually cool down a little bit. We'll see a high of 71 by Tuesday, and by Wednesday, highs in the upper 60s. So some cooler air rolling in with no rain chances by the middle of next week. Again, we're going to watch the very latest on what will be left of Helene by the time it gets closer to us. Most of it stays well to our south through the weekend, but we will see some of those outer bands trying to give us some rain chances depending on that exact track. Lauren, back to you.
Well, that's a look at your headlines. We'll be back later covering the stories that matter to you on air and streaming on the CBS News app and Pluto TV.